it's always smart to adjust your settings when you're not streaming on the European Ham Radio Show and streaming on your own channel. And there's no way in StreamYard to stop an intro once it starts playing. So we were talking about backstage about a million things that can go wrong, and we're already there.
Yeah, but it's only the intro. Everybody loves our intro, or
yeah. And I already see that the European Ham Radio Show is not supposed to be here today. I guess that's Bob. So what we're going to do today, and
or at least not sober.
Yeah, I'm going to switch cams here. This is my workbench. This is actually my entire workbench, and this is supposed to be a clock. And yes. I have a beautiful manual that consists of a lot of Chinese and a diagram that I can't follow. So, and there's also some of the print on the PCB here is also in Chinese only. So let's see what parts we are missing when we get to that and fill in the blank spots there.
Yeah, we'll figure it out while we go along. But first of all, Happy New Year, everybody. Cheers. That's the other half of my Sylvester booze, and I can't drink a whole bottle on my own, so I have to drink it over 2 days.
So,
and the booze might help.
Booze might help. How about we move over to the workbench, Tobias, and just get started on this? I can see that there's one surface mount component here, and that's the thing that scares me the most here. So
really, I don't have a surface mount component, but let me see if I find the right button. Yes, so this is my side view. I don't know if it is sharp or overexposed or underexposed. And I'm too far away now from the chat to read any comments. So you tell me if that is okay.
Yeah, you sound good at least. Regarding a picture, I was too busy adjusting my microphone here. But let's take a look at our boards first. I'm going to enlarge me first here.
Okay.
See if I can find the right button here to do that. And then we can take a look at your board afterwards to see. Because this is my board here. And there's supposed to be something called a DS1302 here, which I found, and it's a tiny, tiny surface mount thingy.
Okay.
And then the battery holder here is surface mounted, but those pads are relatively large, so that should be easy. Besides that, most of the stuff here is marked, which is good since the manual is, let's put it this way, lacking. And let's take a look at your board here, Tobias.
Okay, mine looks entirely different. So probably same schematic, different Chinese copycat. So this is how mine looks like. Maybe like this. As you can see, I have the DS something, which is the real-time clock in a SO28 package, so no SMD components on this one.
Ooh, nice.
But it cost 3 times more getting it on short notice from Amazon than getting it shipped from AliExpress. And the con side, I have no manual whatsoever. So I printed something out which might be close enough, but it's not for that PCB. So we have to make it up while we go along.
Yeah, excellent. I'm going to switch to the double view here. And I think what I'm going to start with is the DS1302 here. And I see that you're really prepared. I have still mine in the bag. I actually put things back in the bag after I started. And perhaps I should...
I think the only bit which might trip us up is to make sure that the right components go on the right side. And I think I'll just follow the silk screen, so the printout on the PCB. So for me, I think it's just the LEDs and the 7-segment display go on one side and everything else is on the other side.
Yeah, that's the way I can see it as well. You do have some notches there. I do not. And I didn't order a case. I don't know if you did that.
No, the one on Amazon didn't come with a case, but I think you can get the case from AliExpress later. Yeah, I mean, it's just, they all have the same size, I hope. Yeah, and it's probably the same 2 acrylic glass lasered acrylic glass sides and a few standoff. So there's nothing, there won't be anything special for the case.
And regarding the chat, I can see the chat, but I'm wearing what I refer to as my soldering glasses, and everyone else yes, my reading glasses.
I could maybe use my smartphone and put that on the desk in order to have an eye on the chat. Let's see if that works.
That's just too much for me, but I'm going to start with that. Let's see if I can find that DS1302 here, because that was so tiny. Yeah, I got it here. And first of all, I got to figure out the right way and a way to keep it on the board.
Yeah, I think you should use a bit of tape and tape it on and leave 1 or 2 legs free. And once it's taped in position, you can solder the one leg that you can see, something like that.
And the funny thing here is that there's a picture of a notch, but I can't see a notch on the chip here.
Sometimes they have. Sometimes there's just a stroke or a dash somewhere, and sometimes one side of the case has a slight angle. But I don't know. You have to embed yourself and show me.
Yeah, I can try that. I try under a light here and see what I can see here. I cannot zoom because I'm using an old iPhone as a camera here. But there's really nothing to see on this. There's a bit of an indented circle here on one end.
Yeah, I think that would be probably pin 1. So that should align maybe with the notch, but it's too far away for me to really see it.
It's too far for me. So I'm going to give it a go. And if not, I'll give it a go and see what I can do. But I need to tape this on first.
Okay, so I guess in order to follow along somehow, I will solder the socket for my easy version on.
Yep, I'm going to switch to the double view. And Kjetil says that that indented thing should align with a notch. Yeah, we'll see what I can find out here, and hopefully it's right. The worst thing that can go wrong, Kjetil, is that I run out of battery of all the things that are battery powered on my desk at the moment.
So first of all, use the right soldering tip.
Yeah, how big of a tip do you recommend for this, Tobias?
A bit. I always use the chisel tips, so fairly big. But for your for the SMD soldering, you use a finer one.
Yeah, I'm gonna find the finest tip I have here in my kit. I do have a hard time placing this thingy here, though. I did get the tape to stick to the PCB.
Okay, so
trick here is to get this tape down without the thingy moving. And that is by no means easy. Perhaps I should. I'm going to try a different tactic here. See if I can.
Yeah, I think for SMD components, I would always use the microscope. You should get one from AliExpress.
I've been thinking about it. There's no way.
It depends how much you build, right? If you're only doing it once a year, then it's not worth it. But it really makes things easier, especially as I realized in the last year, my eyes got a bit worse. So I'm developing the age near distance adjustment problem, right? So my
see, I was actually supposed to.
So I have to hold things far away, and then it's too tiny for me to see. So it's like, oh my god, it's starting. Yeah, well. Okay, so I have one socket on.
I managed to get one of the legs on, and actually I have all of the legs in the correct position.
Okay, I would suggest you add lots of flux, so really thick. Don't be sparse with any flux, and really smear both sides, because then you have a much better chance of soldering the legs on and not shorting them out, because the surface tension will just it will sort everything out. So give it an extra squirt with the flux.
I gave it some more flux now, and we'll see. I actually gave it so much flux that I can't actually see where I'm soldering.
Doesn't matter. You don't even need to be accurate to hit the legs now, because all the surface tension will make sure the solder sucks itself to the legs, basically.
That might be good in theory. I just managed to get a giant solder bridge here.
Then it's maybe not hot enough.
Let's see. It's 325 degrees.
For leaded solder?
Yep.
Go to 350.
I can do that. I need to get this thing off now and somehow get it to...
Now just heat up more flux and like another dab with the solder iron. Don't be shy.
Yeah, but the thing
I'm telling you here.
The thing is skewed now, though, so the pins don't align, and that's the issue now. And I'm going to see if I could. I actually have two solder bridges, so don't worry about it. This might be a very short stream from my end.
I think I will figure out the resistors in the meantime. For me, most of them are 330 ohms. At least that's what the silk screen says. And two 10K. So I'm identifying the 10K ones. And they're all metal film. So
I managed to get it off at least. And I need to see if I can get this thing cleaned off somehow. Yeah.
So let's see. That is the 10K ones. And those are the...
Yeah, I managed to fix the issue right now. So I'm gonna give this another go. This is probably the component I should have attached off camera.
Yeah, but as I told you, I have no manual at all. So there's still lots of chances to mess up here for me.
Yeah, I think I got it here now. And the thing is, though, I should have had a microscope for this. That's one side. I'd be amazed if this thing works after we're done.
Okay, so maybe let me have a look in the chat while you are fighting with the SMD components.
I got it, actually. And I hope my audio is good.
No, that's fine. Sounds fine to me, at least until the Bluetooth headset battery dies. I've already told you. So I might be...
And shit comments that I don't have the correct tools for removing SMD components. No, I don't have the right tools, period. So, but that's the tricky bit. What's the next thing I should start with here, Tobias?
Well, I will start with all the resistors, because there's a marking on the PCB for me that says which resistor goes where. So that is low risk and easy.
Yeah, let's see. I need to, because I have those eyes where I can't really read color codes well. So I have an LCR meter here.
Yeah, I also cheated. You didn't see it. I got the LCR 45. I really like it. So it's not super cheap, but it's a good investment. I can recommend that one.
Yeah, I have the LCR 40. I got it from Silent Key Estate, and it's been really good for me. Let's see what it says here. This is 10 kilo ohms, and that should be there and there at least, and there. Okay, I have identified the 10 kilo ohm points. And
for me, they're near the buttons. I don't know. That's the same for you.
2 of them are. So, and
I don't see any other resistor actually.
There's a 10 ohm by the USB port.
Not for me.
Let's see here. Just be sure that I'm soldering to the correct side so it looks good afterwards. And now I got an issue. I seem to have misplaced those resistors somewhere. I don't have a lot of space here. I'm wondering how I'm able to misplace those.
I misplaced capacitor bonds by having a magnetic speaker on the desk, and they were all stuck on the speaker. And I found them 3 days later after searching like an idiot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is, though, in order to test this, if we manage to get this far before all the equipment dies, we are. I had to dig out a mini USB cable. I've looked through a lot of bins and drawers to find that.
Yeah, mine came with one. Yeah, so that is the luxury you get from Amazon. You get no manual, but you get ancient mini USB cable.
2 out of 3 10K ohm resistors in. Let's do the last one as well and turn the board over and solder it.
Okay, I skipped the third one because I don't find a place for it. At least on my PCB.
This is, I mean, doing this on live stream, it's at least, what should I say? It's a way of challenging yourself. And it's a way for me to show that not all hams actually know this stuff. So I think I got the legs pretty tightened there. And you recommended 350?
Pardon?
You recommended 350 degrees on the iron?
Yes, this is what I have set up, because it's like a compromise between leaded and lead-free. So you don't have to think about it. You just use it.
And I should probably have switched tips, but the thing is now that I need to cool the iron down in order to switch tips, so that's not going to happen.
Okay. Yeah, but maybe you should use some pliers, and maybe you should do it. Otherwise, you make your life really hard with a too small tip. Just spend it.
It is actually a relatively large. I thought about switching to a smaller tip actually, but
okay, no. Then better large than small.
I'm using the standard tip that came with the pine sill now, and I got to say I love the pine sill when I have such a small desk. It's easy to pack away, and it runs off of USB power, and it's perfect for my small desk. I haven't used my soldering station once since I got the pine sill.
I think at least one ham should bring one to the TERS meetup.
Yeah.
Because we are bound to rip a cable somewhere.
Yeah, and that's another good thing with the Pinezilla. You can run it everywhere. So those are the 10K resistors. Let's measure the other ones. Should be the same then. Let's see, it's 330 for all the others here.
Yes, for me as well. And I've already started with them.
And since I don't trust Chinese components, I'm just going to double check one of these.
Yeah.
See what it ends up with. 323. That should be good enough.
And I'm using the wrong glasses here.
These are my car driving 100% far side correction glasses.
And Steve says that, yeah, Steve says that he doesn't think my desk is too small. There's just too much stuff on it. Yeah, that's what happens when the desk is small, Steve.
That has nothing to do with the desk size. It fills up until the desk is full, no matter which size.
I was browsing Facebook yesterday, came across an ad for IKEA's gaming desk, which is a stand-up desk. It's motorized, rise and lower. It has mounts for monitors. It has a lot of space, and it's just too damn expensive.
Yeah, I bought a desk a year ago or so, and it was completely empty. And now I can barely put anything on it. It's full of stuff. So,
yeah, and the thing is, though, we hams tend to start projects more than we tend to finish projects, right?
That's right.
So, and all those half-finished projects have to go somewhere.
Yeah, that was also the problem with me last year. I started this epic renovation, and it consumed all my spare time. So,
yeah,
how the ham projects.
How has your renovation gone? Yeah.
It's winding down now. I hope I'm done when I'm back in the day job on the 7th. So I finished painting, or decided the painting is finished, because as an amateur, you never get it. You never get a perfect paint your walls, right? Especially if it's smooth plaster, it's really difficult to paint it so that you don't see any streaks. So even if you paint wet in wet and use lots of paint, if you haven't learned that, you would need to do a full house until you know how to do it properly.
Exactly. I had an episode at my last job at the hotel. We had some downtime, and I was painting a wall and never got the result the way I wanted it. And one of the maintenance guys was a professional painter, and he came and took him 5 minutes, and he had an excellent results. Where I've been battling this for half a day.
Yeah, exactly my experience. And since I had walls with just raw plaster, I needed in effect 2 to 3 coats plus the base coat so that it doesn't suck the paint unevenly into the plaster. So it was a lot of unplanned spare time invested in that one.
Yeah, but if
the next thing is it's as good as it gets when you do it yourself. At some point, you have to accept your incompetence.
But just one question, Tobias: is it better than it was?
I guess so, because before I had no in-wall heating. Now I have an in-wall heating. The paint on top is not the argument. The mounted heating is the benefit.
Yep. I think I'm just going to solder these 6 and then do the 2 last ones afterwards. How are you coming along, Tobias?
I'm working my way through the resistors. Still 3 to go. Just bending the legs.
This is the EC port. And the reason we're doing this is because when we built the Pixie radios, we had a lot of fun streaming this, even though I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I always looked at that kit and thought, hey, I should build one. And when you got it, I thought, okay, let's do it now.
Isn't that the same way with this clock? You got yours after I got mine?
You mean, did we do the same with the Pixie? I can't remember. It's too long ago.
Yeah, I think you ordered the Pixie after I ordered the Pixie kit. So
Okay, so I'm the lazy one.
you're the guy who knows what you're doing, and I'm the guy that orders stuff.
Or you lead me astray. That's it.
It's a bit harder to lead you astray than certain other members of the European Ham Radio Show, Tobias.
Yeah, I haven't bought so much stuff last year, I must say. So that's good. Well, that's not exactly true. I bought tons and tons of stuff in the local hardware store. You know, all kinds of masking tape and plastic wrap and this felt stuff for the floor and 5 million cartridges of glue, acrylic, and so on and so on. So I think that was where all the money went.
So yeah, I have a plan to somewhat downsize my ham radio equipment here now, or at least for a while. Going to a ham fest next weekend, and I actually asked for a table at the junk sale.
Yeah, don't come back with more than what you're selling. That's
no, I need to save money. I need to save money for the Germany trip in July, August. And if you don't know what we're talking about the Tears meetup, check out hamshow.eu.
Yeah, but we haven't set it as a permanent sign up here thing. We have to ask Bob to do that.
I think Bob put a link on the right side there to the meetup.
Okay. I didn't see that one. So, but I found the link is also in the Discord, I think.
Yeah, the link is also on the Tears meetup channel on the Discord. So
I'm not proud of my solder joints, I must say. This looks disgusting.
I am at the point, if it's a solder joint, I am happy.
Okay, so I think I have my resistors badly soldered in.
Yeah, I have one resistor left.
Maybe a little bit of flux. Always good.
And my thing is, I don't have an electronics background, so this for me is mostly new stuff. Whereas you, Tobias, you design and make stuff. I try to badly understand how they work and rarely do that correctly.
Yeah, I must say most of my electronics knowledge is self-taught. You don't really. Well, I did not really learn that stuff at university because I had what did I study? It was called precision engineering at the time. So it was basically a little bit of programming, a little bit of optics, a little bit of mechanics, a little bit of electronics, you know, everything a little bit and nothing properly. But
Yep.
it was it was interesting. Yeah. So I really, yeah, that was fun to study.
Let's see. I'm
But
done
that
with
means,
Yeah, go ahead,
that
Tobias.
means I was saying that means in the end you're more a generalist than a specialist, right? So
Yep.
you know from everything a little bit and nothing properly.
So let's see here.
Okay,
What's next
so
now?
I have my resistors in. I have the one socket in. Is your big IC also socketed?
Yeah, that's socketed.
Yeah, okay.
Perhaps I
Maybe we
should
should
do
put that big
now.
socket in. Yeah, just to.
Let's see if I can get this lined up.
Oh,
all the pins came
leg.
bent. Yeah, all my pins came bent every single way possible. So both on the socket and the chip.
I haven't even looked at the chip yet. Just so let's see. I really should get my other glasses from downstairs. This is
Okay.
sorry, challenging.
I lost a leg now from the socket.
Oh dear.
This is high quality stuff.
Did it just fall out?
It just fell out. Let's see if I can.
Yeah, you can push it back in. And I have to order
leaded solder because the roll I'm using at the moment, I got it from the ham radio show, and it's not as good as the stuff that I got from what was it called? I think eleshop.eu. That has had a nice old school leaded solder with nice flux, and that stuff that I got on from the ham radio from the, I think it was in the flea market area. It's not super great.
Yeah,
I think it's different. The rosin that is in there is not really high quality.
Yeah, I got this roll from Wirt, and that was this is 600 grams. It's enough to last at least my ham career.
And I still have no solder fume sucker.
I don't solder enough, so I haven't bothered with that.
Okay, maybe I help the terrible rosin with a bit of extra flux here on my legs. That might make it easier. And I have not really embraced the lead-free solder. I have it here, it's just sitting here next to the leaded one, but
I don't know. You really have to get used to it. I don't think it's a problem with
using. It's just a problem when you are used to the leaded one since 20, 30 years and then
use the lead-free one and it looks, each joint looks terrible.
I prefer using leaded solder. I do have a couple of rolls of unleaded. They're usually not used that much.
But there are also different kinds. There are ones with silver and ones without. So I don't know what the difference is there, or if one works better than the other.
Yeah, I have some USB disconnecting sounds on my computer all the time. So if you can't see or hear me or anything, just let me know.
So far, it looks good to me.
Yeah, there's probably something else disconnecting. I have so many USB things connected to the computer.
Yeah, and especially it's the year 2026, and audio on Windows is still a mess.
Yeah.
especially when you're a streamer or YouTuber and you have like really a lot of inputs and outputs connected. The OS itself can't do it, and the voice meter potato is pretty good, but hasn't seen a software update in ages. So maybe it was also a hobby project from somebody.
Yeah, try adding a flex radio to that. That'll give you about 8 new inputs and outputs.
Yeah. And what you can do is you can rename those inputs and outputs. Like when you connect something and it says, usually it says USB audio input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, right? You can rename those. So you can say, okay, this is whatever the sound card that you use for your G90, or this is the sound card for some other device.
Oh,
but then Windows has...
This USB connector is beautiful. It just sticks up all the way from the board. I guess that's coming on last.
Maybe, yeah.
Let's see here. I can do the battery holder here. That's about the same height as the...
Okay, well, we can do the battery holder if you want. Let's see. But that's more or less an SMD component, right?
Yeah, but it's
a very big.
It's really big pad, so
yeah.
No issues
I will stick some flux on the pads before I solder.
Yeah, I didn't.
The socket
it's in there. It fits. It works. So I get to hold it in front of the camera actually. Nothing new in the chat. Looks like we have a decent amount of viewers actually. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
So let's see here now what else we can do. I have some capacitors here. I'm not sure if those are good.
I think you have 2 capacitors and a mystery component. I think it might be a temperature sensor, but I'm not sure. Do you have something like this as well?
I have
little black bead or something like that.
I have a little black bead, and then I have a light sensor.
Yeah, I also have a light sensor. Okay.
And I have a feeling that one of those components are going in one of those slots that are in Chinese only.
Right. But I think the 2 capacitors go next to the clock crystal, so that those should be easy. So I do C1 and C2 now. It's like, I don't know, looks like 10 picofarad, the usual.
Yeah, 10 picofarads.
Coupling capacitors to
and capacitors
ground for the Christmas.
Doesn't matter which way I put them in, does it?
No, it doesn't. But they're probably the cheapest of cheap Chinese capacitors. So I'm not sure if that is good on a clock crystal that should keep time. But you know, if it's temperature, those are temperature sensitive, right? You don't want your clock to run faster when it's hot or slower when it's cold.
I don't think this clock is going to be the most accurate thing in the world. It was the whooping sum of €3 over on AliExpress. So
yeah, of course, I paid like, I don't know, 15 or so for the benefit of somebody else importing it to Amazon. Warehouse fees and stuff like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was out today on a PODA, tested my, I don't know if you saw that in Discord, I made a clip for the bell and for the WinCamp dipole.
Okay. What's the weather like in Norway?
Today it was -1 and snowing at my place, and it was 0 degrees and raining when I got down to the ocean or to the fjord.
Oh, okay.
So
Here it was sunny, so I was thinking of de-icing the car roof and putting the mag mount on, but then the skirting board took preference or priority.
Yeah, that's usually the way it is when you're fixing up your home. Let's see, I have the capacitors on, and then in the middle between the capacitors, I have something that says 32.76K.
I think that's where the clock crystal goes.
And what
For
does
me, at
this
least.
magic clock? That's this little shiny thing, isn't it?
That silver bullet thing.
Yeah. Yep. And that can also go in each way, right? Doesn't matter which way it goes
Correct.
in.
Correct. I'm just wondering if we should, because I have on my PCB a little pad on the other side, so it looks like they want you to solder the case to ground. But I'll first do the pins, and then let's see. Maybe I have to bend the legs outwards a bit for this.
This didn't really want to go all the way in. Let's see,
I think
like
I
this.
have to wing it here a bit with the clock crystal.
Yeah, this is not going to be beautiful because when I turn this over, the clock crystal is going to move. Let's see if I can. And sorry for being out of frames, guys. Let's see if I can tape the clock crystal down.
No, that doesn't work really very well. I think I have to try again. Bending the legs.
I just want to have it stick somewhat in place when I'm soldering it. So, and Bob had to get dinner. Okay, at least you didn't type cook dinner, Bob.
Okay, I will solder this gangster style, holding it from the bottom, soldering it from the top.
So, yeah, I think thus far it's not bad for me. I'm not going to say it's good, but it's at least not bad.
Yeah, so am I brave enough to solder the crystal to the ground pad on the other side?
I don't have such things, so for me that's not important. I got to put the temperature sensor in though.
If you tell me where that one goes.
It goes in on my board on the top here. There's a squiggly line. This GM. And I'm thinking that squiggly line, sorry, the light sensor, not the temperature sensor, the light sensor. It's the same squiggly line as on the sensor. So.
Let me see, what does my copied schematic say that doesn't fit the PCB? I see buttons, a buzzer. I don't even see a light sensor on this schematic. And also no temperature sensor. Great. Okay. Yeah, I think it's maybe GM and RM. But
yeah, that's
what
the
is
light
GM
sensor
and what is RM?
The light sensor is labeled GM.
Okay. But then I'm wondering, should it not go on the other side? Because the light sensor should be on the clock phase side, or? I mean, logically.
Logically, it should. For me, it's too late now.
Okay.
At least it won't be illuminated by the display now. And I guess the RM is the other thingy here.
And how do you know that the light sensor and GM has anything to do with each other?
I have no idea, but the GM thing had a squiggly line on it that resembled the front of the light sensor.
Ah, okay. So sophisticated reasoning.
Yep.
Okay.
It's gonna be
GM. Good morning. I mean, it doesn't.
yeah. And Bob says that if he didn't know any of us, he would still have no problem guessing who was the German and who was the Norwegian from looking at our desks.
Okay, I think I'll save the light sensor and the temperature sensor for later because I have no idea. What else?
Let's see if I manage to do this with, yep. No solder bridges here either.
Okay,
And
I think I'll go for that.
At some point, I've managed to magnetize my side cutters, which makes all the legs stick to it.
Okay. I think I'll try with the transistor. And that transistor is connected where? Maybe for the buzzer. I'm not sure.
Mine's at the where it's connected. I have no idea. I just know where it's supposed to be.
Where it's going, where it says Q1. I just don't know if the silk screen and the make of the transistor are in agreement of if they have the correct orientation. But we'll find out. I will solder it in as they've printed the silk screen, and if it doesn't work, we have to flip it around.
Yep, I'm doing the same thing. To be honest, I am not trusting anything on this kit. If it works, it's going to be a nice gadget. If not, it's going to be a fun stream.
That was also my thinking. And I was thinking that clock would be nicer if we could set it to a 60-minute countdown, for our own streams. When we say, hey, we're live, and then it basically counts down from 60 to 0, and then we always know how many minutes left, like
you are aware that there's a clock on top of the StreamYard window, right?
Yeah, but it would be nicer to have a rotary clock countdown.
Let's see. I think I'm going to do the buzzer now.
Okay.
And then I have this mystery thing here above the USB, which is in Chinese, labeled plus and minus. That might be power, though. That might be power, actually. If you look at the traces, yeah, that's power. That's if you were going to use another power source.
Instead of the USB, you mean? Okay, the buzzer needs to be put in the correct orientation.
Yeah, and mine's even labeled. Yeah, mine's labeled, so I'm good there. See if I can manage to.
I'm probably out of frame, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry for all the bad camera work here.
Or the non-existent one for my side.
I did not have a plan, but then again, I've started multi-camming my regular YouTube videos now. That's actually pretty fun.
I still did not video edit the third day of the Ham Radio 2025. I'm not sure if it's worth doing now.
It's probably old news by now.
Yeah, but it was really interesting. The Sunday on the Ham Radio show is like completely different vibe and feeling than the other 2 days.
Yeah. So. Now the question is USB port first or buttons first. I think the buttons actually stick out a bit wider than the USB port here.
I'll do the USB port because I already have it in my hand. But
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
And
Okay, but that asks for more flux because the 5 pins are tiny.
yeah, and I need to find something to build this up with so it kind of sticks and stays a bit flat here. Let's see, what do I have that I can use? No, that's too big. Okay, I'm gonna give it a go while holding it and then get the large pins first. There's quite a bit of things to heat up on the USB connector here.
Mm-hmm. Oops, and now I had a brief short. So let's see if that works.
Yeah, that actually flowed in really well here. Good thing is that there's only 2 pins on the USB that needs to be connected.
Right. Because otherwise there would have been at least a 5.1K pull-up resistor somewhere if it had any functional interface to the chip.
Now, if you look at least on my schematic, from what I can read, even though it's just it's only in Chinese.
Yeah.
It's
It
only says plus and minus on the diagram.
It's only for power. Okay. So buttons next, I guess.
Buttons next, and then all of the dreaded LEDs. All 60 of those.
Yeah. Okay.
And
button go?
Which way does these buttons go?
I think they're wider on one side.
Yeah, they are. They only fit one way.
I think 2 of these contacts are connected. So I think when you press it, it should contact on the wider side. I can try it with my lovely new Chinese multimeter. Let's see. Let's do that maybe as a test.
Yeah, but they only fit one way though. They're slightly
but all
wider.
the legs are of course bent, so I have to unbend them first.
Yeah, mine snapped in pretty good while the legs were bent, actually.
Come on. Get in there, you bugger. Nope. And now the next leg has decided to fold up. Okay, I think now they're
so you're struggling with your legs then.
Yes. So let's see. Peep, beep, beep. Multimeter. So I guess those sides are okay. So far, so bad. I thought this side is the one that connects. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe okay, I was wrong. It's the opposite pins to the long side that are connected always, and the short side of the button contacts when you press it.
Yeah, but they only fit one way, so
exactly. Yeah.
So then it's on to the LEDs then. No, I do have I do have one capacitor left. Yep. I do, and that's supposed to go here. There's only one spot for that.
I
don't know if you
don't have. Anyway, how skipped the temperature sensor and the light sensor for the moment because I'm not sure where they go.
Yeah, they go into the light sensor into GM and the temperature into RM, as far as I figured out.
Okay.
And once I'm done with this capacitor, it's the LEDs. Or should I do the 7-segment display before the LEDs? What do you think?
Yeah, maybe.
Tobias?
Maybe, but check your solder joints before you put the display on top.
Yeah, I could do that. I need to snip up these as well. I think I've pretty much checked my solder joints while I've been at it, though. So
I think I have so much messy flux on this thing now. I have to use the brush and scrub a bit.
I actually don't have any visible solder bridges.
Hooray!
Let's just get the...
Okay, and there's a German in me scrubbing the PCB. Hopeless. But it's...
And Bob's debating whether to build the QMX or the 630 meter transverter. I think the 630 meter transverter would be a cooler project and would make for more YouTube views, Bob. There's not a lot of 630 meter content out on YouTube.
Yeah, the problem is I don't have a 630 meter garden. I will need to befriend some neighbors which live 1 or 2 streets away and convince them to do something illegal.
Well, you don't need a 630 meter garden. You just need a 315 meter garden.
Yeah, well, there you go. My garden is 8 by 10, maybe.
Let's see if I'm able. Let's see if I can do this on cam as well. There we go. It snapped in place.
Yeah, but it's you have to make sure you get the right orientation.
I did.
Dot somewhere.
Yeah, there are dots on the board and dots on the display, so those line up. And I can hear your scrub and flux.
Yeah, still, well, good enough, I guess. So,
and if you have any questions, leave them in the chat.
So how would one know what's the correct orientation if you don't go by the silk screen? Somehow you must know that this one is ground.
Yeah, but if you look at the display, there are some dots down there. They're supposed to be down.
Yes, if you trust the silk screen again.
Yeah.
Okay, let's trust the silk screen and see what happens, right? Otherwise, you would need the data sheet of the display, which you could probably Google when you Google for 5463BB. Then you can check.
Yeah, you can, but let's just assume that this is.
We play it fast and loose.
Yeah.
Okay.
So display is on. And I'm going to start with the red LEDs here, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
do you have an orientation
I
for
have
those?
a plus on the outer side here, I can see. And that's the longer leg, isn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
The cathode is the short one, which is minus usually. Yeah, I think that.
And I'm going to start with the red. I'm going to start with the red ones just to make it easy on myself.
Okay, so that was the display. I even got a battery with my kit. Did you get a battery?
No, I did not get a battery. And I actually, well, I couldn't find my mini USB cable. I looked for a battery, but it's not a common size, at least not on mine.
Yeah, it's, what is it? It's CR1220.
Yeah. Mine's CR. I think it's the same. Let's see if it doesn't say now because it's set on the sill screen under the battery connector. And now we're going to have blue LEDs every 5 seconds. Sorry, red LEDs every 5 seconds and blue LEDs for the rest.
Yes.
So it's going to be proper broadcast style.
I will double check the orientations though, because I think what I will do now, there's no chip inserted yet. I will just connect it to some USB output and measure. And I think all the LEDs, the outside pin should be at plus.
Yeah, it says plus on the outside on my cell screen.
Yeah, but are they really connected to plus 5 volt or no? It's some bit matrix.
You seem to have a lot of distrust in the Chinese design of this board, Tobias.
Well, I got it without any manual. That was the first bit that caused distrust. But I have trust issues anyway. So,
but the thing is, though, you got yours without manual. I got mine with a manual that's useless. So I don't know which one of us got the shortest throw there.
And the funny thing is, all the pictures you find of that clock, they show the socket on the other side, right? So if you go to Amazon for my clock, they show that the socket is soldered in on the LED side.
Oh, yeah, it might be, but I think it's cleaner on the backside.
Well, all the pins are flipped when we get it wrong, but I would think so that only the display and the LEDs go on the on the other side, right?
And as I'm going to say, it's going to be a fun project. If it works, is a bonus. It's not like my life is depending on this LED clock design. And you know what?
It's a nice.
I seem to be missing a red LED here.
Well, I have 10 extra or so, but I can't just throw them over the fence at the moment. I got much more LEDs than I need. It's like I have a
bag of.
This is all extra.
Yeah, I have a bag of blue LEDs, which seems to be more than enough. But I'm going to put you in full screen. I can't do that because my LEDs are behind me, behind the green screen behind me.
Okay.
So I'm not able to get my LEDs. But are there? Let's see here.
The wrong USB cable. I need that one.
Yeah, I am supposed to have. Let's see. I might have some in a junk drawer here. I think I've seen some LEDs around here on the desk.
So let's see. Do I already see sparks when I insert the USB
Don't let the magic
connector
smoke
here?
out yet,
No.
Tobias.
No, I'm doing a preliminary pre-check.
Okay,
So let's see.
I have one LED too little.
Pin 12
So,
and pin 13 should be 5 volt. Okay, well, that's an interesting chip. What chip is that? It says STC 15W408AS. Never heard of it. Probably some it's probably some microcontroller of unknown Chinese origin.
Yep. I am for starting now. I'm gotta decide. I think I have more than enough blue LEDs, but at the moment I have to put in all the blue LEDs to actually check. And if not, I'll have a blue LED at one of the times here.
Okay, but I think we are right with the socket on the back side. At least matching the non-matching schematic with my PCB. I get 5 volt on pin 12 and ground on pin 14. So
I gotta start soldering some of these LEDs now. Otherwise, I'll have legs all around. I'm just
okay. Right. Plus on the outside. So short one on the inside, right?
Short one on the inside. That's what you told me.
Yep. So if I tell it wrong, I should also do it like this. And feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. If I ever make it through the renovation, I will make new videos there as well.
And the link to your channel, Tobias, is down in the description.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And also, if you want to support my channel while we're at it, please do consider subscribing if you're not. I do have a lot of more fast-paced content than this.
But it's meditative, right?
Yeah. It's something you can put on in the background and don't really have to pay attention to.
Yeah. Once we start waving and shouting and run for the fire extinguisher, then it's getting more animated.
Well, then I have to switch cameras for that. So let's not do that
yet.
Let's at least try to be professional and plan the production around that. And Bob says that it's an 8051 enhanced T1. Nice, inexpensive MCU, says it. And Kjetil comments the same thing.
Okay.
And we're down to 14 viewers now, so I'm guessing that this is not the content that people stick around for hours watching.
Well, it's a lot of LEDs and it's very boring, right? So I guess.
And I have a solder bridge here.
Try to speed run this a bit. Otherwise, it will take forever.
Yeah.
And I also have to. Well, I basically solder one leg of each LED, and then I can push from the other side to make sure they sit flush and reheat that one.
That is
Pin.
smart. I should have thought of that. I am past the point of no return for that one.
Yeah, because it's always losing a few millimeters when you bend the legs.
Mm. Yeah, I got at least some of the LEDs in place.
Already starting on the blue ones. I'm
Yeah,
still with the
I've
red
got
ones.
I have one blue in, and then I hope I have an extra blue, and then I'll decide which red light will be sacrificed for the blue one. At
Oops,
least I
that was a
can
short.
leave an AliExpress review, which is not. It came in a nice box and 5 stars.
Okay, I think we have the red ones in. I have to clip a few legs now.
Yeah, I also need to clip the legs off. I'm doing that at a moment. And if you're persistent enough to have watched this far, I also have memberships available on my channel down below. Should you be that inclined to support my channel financially a little bit?
Yeah, one funny thing is, and I have no idea how that happened, with my channel, I'm still completely unmonetized because I didn't have the watch hours, and I didn't do any videos in the last 6 months. But I'm close to the 4,000 watch hours, like 3,900 something.
Ooh,
So
you
I
have
don't
some.
know. Maybe
You
people.
have some diehard
people-
supporters then.
Yeah, maybe they've caught up on my boring content now, or
I'm not going to say that your content's boring, Tobias. It's
niche. Call it
yeah,
very
it's
niche.
niche. But I enjoy watching your channel.
Okay, so this is how it looks like for me at the moment.
See, and Cheta says he gave me a coffee at the ham meeting at one point. I hear some rumors that you're considering coming to Oslo, Tobias.
Well, at least I put everything in my year planner now. Yeah, so all the dates are now in there. And now I just have to sort out a few wrinkles at the day job before I start booking flights.
That might be a good idea.
Like before I get fired or things like this. No, it's not that bad, but there was a bit of a disagreement with my employer. It's always good when you get work contract changes one day before you leave for vacation. I did not appreciate that. I put it mildly.
I would assume that. I am at sometimes I'm really happy that I work in a small organization.
Yeah.
I mean, we're only 2 people in the company, so
Okay, that's very small.
yep. That is very small. And before I started, it was only 1 guy, so he's doubled the staff size.
So how did you find that? Was it a friend of yours, or?
I've had that company as a customer when I used to work at a hotel. They were a customer of
okay,
mine.
so you know
And
the
then-
guy.
Yeah, we've been talking for, well, about 10 years to see if we can work something out. And then it was just the right timing where it just, everything aligned for both
Happened.
of us. Yep.
Good.
I was
Sounds good.
looking for a new job. He was looking to hire. So
Lucky confluence.
yeah. They downsized my last employer at, or my last place of work at the exact correct time, to put it that way. Did I manage? I did not manage a solder bridge there.
I'm just inserting LEDs at the moment.
Yeah, I'm inserting them 4 or 5 at the time, and then soldering, just to get some variation here, and get some of the lead smoke out of my lungs before I go for the next round. And G5STU super chat, £5. Thanks, Stu. Greatly appreciated.
But I must say, it already looks nice with all these LEDs.
Yeah, I have to say that not all of my blue LEDs are the same kind of blue.
Really? Okay.
Really.
Well, I'm not even sure if all of them work. So maybe that's why I got so many extra, because a few of them are. Not sure.
Well, at least you get all the ones that were supposed to be in the kit, Tobias.
I got the extra ones that you didn't get.
Yep. This far, I'm only lacking one. But yeah, it's starting to look pretty good. But as you can see, this one is a bit darker than the others.
Okay.
Now it's time for the next 5.
Well, I inserted half of them. And I'll try to solder them in. But yeah, if it works, that would look very nice, or?
Oh, it absolutely would. I have such a small desk that I can't pour them all out of the bag at the same time. I hope it'll work, and if not, I'm hoping that my skills of debugging are good enough to. Did I put that?
Yeah.
I put that in the right way. The thing is, I might put one of these in the wrong way as well. That is bound to happen with at least one of them.
Yeah, that's normal. But immediately visible, hopefully.
Yeah.
If any of them light up, I'm already happy. No. I hope they programmed the microcontroller. That's
mine said that the microcontroller was pre-programmed. And there was also a guy that left a review that said that this is not recommended as your first electronics project. See, I have 4 more to solder here. And I have to say, I love the pine cell. I probably said that already, but people probably don't stick around to this stream so long that they remember.
I'm trying the LED alignment bit now before I solder the second leg.
Yeah, I'm a quarter of the way there.
Yeah, well, that's a bit the boring bit of the stream, right? But we have to work through the LEDs. There's no way around it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time for 4 more. I'm actually more than a quarter wave there because I've almost all of the red LEDs in place.
Come on.
But this thing
Fine.
should work with not all of the LEDs in here, shouldn't it, Tobias? Or would it need all of the LEDs in series? No, I mean, there should be
I think
individually
it
controllable.
looks like it's some kind of matrix, or columns and rows.
Yeah.
So they put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They put 8 LEDs, the anode together, and drive them from one GPIO output, and all the other end of those 8 LEDs is then pulled to ground by some other GPIO output. Yeah. So the complete LEDs are powered from and through the GPIO inputs. So okay, so I have to do the second, the other side of my.
I'm just going to check the other bag. No LED in there. Just in case I hadn't. I'm just going to put in 8 LEDs now so I can be more than halfway there once I reach 6 o'clock here. And I guess it's not 6 o'clock, it's 30 seconds, which is even more confusing. Or is this just, does this work as a minute hand and not a second hand?
I have no idea. Depends on the software. But it would be nicer as a second hand.
Yeah, it wouldn't be so intense, but for, let's say if you're going to use this for streaming and have the seconds for what time you're going to start the stream, because the minutes are still going to be showing up on the 7-segment display. But I'm guessing it's going to be slightly intense if you're having the second hand there.
Yeah, maybe minutes makes more sense. Otherwise, it's very upsetting.
Yeah, it's not. The wife acceptance factor is low if it's the second hand. I think the wife acceptance factor on this is low nonetheless.
And the legs fly around here.
Yeah. And William asked if there's going to be a 3D printed case for this project. Yeah, I'm guessing it will be at some point. if it works. Otherwise, I might end up just spending €1 and ordering the case from AliExpress.
Yeah, this acrylic cases, they don't look too bad, right? I mean, all the guys in China have to do, they have to have the cutting template and a CO2 laser to cut the acrylic. So for them, it's super easy to do.
I have snippets all around my desk now. And sticking to the buzzer. So we're at the halfway mark of the... We're not at the halfway mark of the LEDs yet, actually.
Well, I am. Look at that.
Ooh, nice. So you don't do them in series either, Tobias. I started at 12 o'clock and worked clockwise through it.
Well, I left gaps. I always left gaps with 4 LEDs, so otherwise the legs stick in all directions. And I think each LED has a different orientation here, so I always have to check where the tiny little plus is on the silk screen.
Ooh, mine is as every on the out. I just dropped an LED here.
At least only cats and no dogs. Otherwise, it would be gone.
And
we
someone
had a dog years ago, and sorry, I was just saying we had a dog years ago, and he liked to chew electrolytic capacitors. So it's like candy.
Yeah, dogs can be strange that way. Someone, I can't see your name because you just show up as at something in StreamYard here, is asking if the carry-on luggage acceptance level of this. I'm going to say this is low, especially if you pair it with a homemade battery.
Yeah, something cylindrical, definitely.
Yeah,
and a few spiral wires.
Because we all know that bombs have timers on them. Visible timers.
Visible, right? For the extra suspense.
Yeah. A bomb don't work if it doesn't have a 7-segment display.
A proper bomb manufacturer needs LEDs on there.
Yeah, I think it's taught in bomb school. If this is not going to get me demonetized, I don't know what is.
Yeah, you get a knock on the door of your hut tomorrow.
Yeah,
your house. Yeah. Never complain about your daughter again. You know, this is when the bomb squad raided us after Christmas. Okay. I'm pretty sure I got one of the LEDs in the wrong orientation.
Oh, I am 100% sure that I did, but let bygones be bygones. And as I said, if it works, it works. If not, I'll see if I bother debugging this. I bought this for the enjoyment of building it on stream.
Yeah, if it works, that's a bonus.
Yeah.
And there you go. Here I have one.
Yeah, I am at the 6 o'clock mark now.
Hooray! So I think I have them all inserted now. Now I have to just solder them all.
Oh yeah, you haven't soldered them yet. You just inserted them. I have actually soldered all the legs I put in.
24 need soldering. The
Ooh.
others are all soldered in.
Now I'm going to put 8 in this time, just because I'm going to have 4. Otherwise, I'll have too many legs to maneuver around.
Yep.
Okay, so adjustment phase. LEDs sit flush.
You're a bit more thorough than me with this. That should get me to 7 o'clock. I hope you guys know how to tell time. That's the way of knowing how far we have left. Either that or something on my desk runs out of battery.
My video is still running, yeah, looks like.
Yeah, video is good. I'm more concerned with my 40-watt light, which is over to the side here, which is at about 25% capacity now.
Okay.
Then again, I don't really think this crowd cares too much about even lighting.
Okay, another 24 solder joints to go.
And we have to remind everyone that we're back on the European Ham Radio Show this coming Sunday, Tobias.
Ah, yeah, it's Sean joining us and telling us how he convinced Claude to write FT8 Battle Royale.
Yep. And he's done a couple of improvements to FT8 Battle Royale since we played it before Christmas. I saw that he's added detection mode if you're running multiple transmitters.
Okay. How does he detect that?
If the QSOs come in, if you have one QSO on 40 and one QSO on 22 seconds apart, or several QSOs which are too shortly apart, or more QSOs than possible, I think. We can ask him about exactly how that works on Sunday, but I'm guessing some of those
cheating already, or
I'm guessing some of those insanely large scores are gonna get a little bit lower now.
Yeah, people are good in finding any loophole, right?
Yeah. And this is, I mean, this is supposed to be good fun. It's not a contest. At least it's not a contest in the traditional contest sense. You don't even win a diploma on this one.
Okay.
Ooh, 8 o'clock. I'm getting there. Let's see if I have at least one extra blue LED now. So 11 o'clock can be blue.
Why not 12 or 6?
Because I've already soldered it. I didn't think, and I just started soldering.
Yeah. Get it over with. But it's good practice with the pine cell, isn't it?
Yeah. And the pine cell actually works. Now, this is the biggest test run I've had with the pine cell, and it still works. And the power bank started at about 40%. I'm down to 32% now. And the power management on the pine cell is really good, because if the soldering iron is still for a while, it'll go into a waiting position where it turns the temperature down slightly.
Yeah, I think my JBC has a contact. When you put it in the cradle, it's automatically going to 150 degrees sleep mode to not burn out the tip.
Yeah, if you can see now, it starts heating up again. So it has actually a hard time reaching 350, it seems like. And I also tried powering off a 12-volt LifePro battery, and let's put it that way, it is able to get hotter and hotter faster than using a power bank, which is not strange at all. I hope my soldering is within frame. I gotta fix that.
I have legs all over the floor here. Little LED legs.
Yeah. There's going to be 120 of those by the time you're done.
I need another swig of my New Year booze. Cheers.
Cheers. I am just going to get this. I have a not very nice looking solder joint there, but I'm just going to leave it. I should probably clean my iron a little bit more often than I've done through this.
Yeah, same here, but my my wool for cleaning the soldering iron also needs replacing. It's already.
Yeah.
Maybe I should.
I got a new batch in the mail the other day.
I will try to lose a few bits in the bin. And I can work for another few sessions. Okay, so.
And that's 9 o'clock. And Ham Show EU says, "Oh yeah, you're back on me." I don't know what I'm back on.
Back on the show on Sunday.
I'm wondering who's running the Ham Show EU profile right now.
I suspect a cheeky Bob.
I am also suspecting Bob. Bob or Kjetil, not Jürgen for any reason. I think Jürgen's too nice to actually do that.
And maybe too busy. Not sure.
I've seen him in the chat.
Okay, I have a disgustingly soldered in all the LEDs.
Are you done with the LEDs?
They are in. The solder joints don't look super pretty, but
Yeah.
okay. Remind me again, which one is the light sensor? Good morning. GM is the light sensor, right?
Yeah, GM is the light sensor. Mine is illustrated with those squiggly light sensor lines on the PCB.
Okay, well, I'll solder it in so that the good morning sensor is on the front.
Let's see. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more LEDs. And how many do I have left? Let's see. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have enough blue LEDs. So I guess the poor guy packing this kit, which has never done an electronics project, just counted the number of LEDs and was happy with it.
The total number, or he put it on a scale.
Yeah. Speaking about
and mine
stuff,
didn't bother, or the scale didn't work, so he just threw in 10 or 20 extra, which is also good.
Speaking about things made by people that haven't really any knowledge of how it's supposed to be done, did you see my NFET half-wave review that I posted yesterday?
Not yet, sorry.
No, that is obviously designed by someone who have seen a wind-up NFET half-wave, but have never used one.
Okay, so complete chunk, or
no, it's just average. Not something that I'm very happy about. Not something that I'm going to use again. I mean, I've been out 2 times with it, and it works as an antenna, but it's just not very well designed, to put it that way.
Okay.
There's no attachment point for the balun for once. So you have to kind of tie off the coax and leave the strain on the coax on the connector in order to hang up the balun.
Yeah.
And it's a QRP antenna, and the winder is 17 centimeters in diameter. So if you're considering the U-25 UFO antenna from China, don't. Just get something else instead. You'll be so much happier.
okay, I'll go to the scrubbing phase.
Oh, you have all your components in already.
Yeah, clean it so that we can see the smoke properly.
And don't worry, I'm not German, so I'm not going to clean mine. I'm just going to put power on it and see if it smokes. And I'm really sorry for soldering off camera here, which I've probably been doing most of the stream.
Live streams are not so bad in terms of eating away your concentration, but if you really make a video, an offline video for YouTube, you think about everything, but not what you're really doing, right? You think about where's the camera and where's the light and is it in focus and did I do the white balance and can anybody hear me? And then you do all kinds of stupid mistakes with the thing that you're actually filming.
And everything takes 3 times as long when you're filming. And I've been trying doing my recent videos. I've been doing them with several cameras. And at one point, I managed not to be in frame of any of the cameras.
Very good. Yeah.
Because then you start thinking, well, I have several cameras, so it doesn't really matter. One of the cameras is going to pick me up. It didn't, put it that way.
If you're behind every one of them. Yeah, I also made a mistake when I filmed the ham radio video with the, what was it? It's not a GoPro. It's with my new small action camera. Because the mic DJI Mic 2 or so has the 32-bit mode, and you can then decide, do you want the echo cancellation noise reduction enabled or not? And I switched it all off and set it to 32-bit mode, with the result that it sounded exactly like what the camera was filming in the first place. So it was a stupid thing to do. I should have left the voice improvement presence stuff on in order to catch my commentary. Yeah, and let the camera do all the surround audio.
Yeah, but you use DaVinci, don't you?
Yeah. You can do the press. You can fix it in post, but you have to spend the time.
No, DaVinci has one button. I can't remember what it's called. It's on the audio tab.
There's all this new AI stuff that they added. Yeah, AI presence, blah blah.
AI voice isolation. That works actually really good. I've used it to remove wind noise, and this room and on some of my mics, this room here is pretty boomy, and using that little slider there just removes all the echoes and the distortion in the audio.
So, should I be brave enough to put the chips in now?
If you wait just one moment, I'm going to snip the last 8 LED legs, and we're going to put the chip in, and then we're going to see if it actually if it clocks. The moment of truth, guys. The thing you've been waiting 1 minute and 49 minutes for. It's
I thought it would take about 2 hours, right? Yeah. That's what I thought.
I was optimistically thinking 1 hour.
Yeah, with all these LEDs, it takes time.
Yeah. And these legs are nowhere, that they're not straight at all.
Okay. So, ready for the chip insertion?
I am doing the chip insertion, but my legs are not bent at all.
So I have a classic DS1302 chip in SOT8. So,
yeah, you didn't have that in as a surface mount component.
Yeah. Probably the last one ever produced, and maybe not a real chip, but a fake. So let's see what it does. It already looks very odd.
Yeah, I have. I'm going to need to have these pins somewhat aligned. They do not want to fit the bracket here. There we go.
Okay.
That did not fit. Once I got it okay on one side, it of course decided to pop out on the other.
Ooh, this looks not good. The one
Oh, what's happening over on your side?
the one socket pin where the power is supposed to go is already a bit bent. I have to bend it back so that it makes contact. Maybe that was my fault when I measured it with the
I got my chip in the
multimeter.
socket here, so
And check
seems
the
to-
orientation.
I've
But
checked
you
the
only have one to
orientation.
insert.
Yeah,
For me,
I started very easy with the other one as a surface mount component with no equipment even being close to do surface mounts. I'm going to see if I can mount this properly now so you guys can see it on camera when I'm powering it up.
oops.
And I'm going to turn off the pine sail here.
I think I have to do more leg bending to make it possible to insert.
You do that, and I'm going to let the pine sail cool down. I'm going to use the same power bank to power the clock. And let's see, how do you guys think that this will work? And whose clock will be working? I'm not going to say working properly. I'm just going to say working. Whose clock will be working?
I have problems with my legs. They're all over the place. I think.
K4Hef says 50-50. But
yeah.
Who do you think will have made the... You guys who have watched both builds here on each of the little streamy thingies, whose clock will work? Who has the better chance?
I'll blame it all on the supplier if it doesn't work.
Yep. It's of course bad product design. And I have the power bank ready here.
Should I insert the battery for the...
I'm just going to power mine up
first.
off of mine's going to be powered off of a USB since I don't have a battery.
Yeah, but no, that's the battery is for buffering the real-time clock. So when it's not powered, that it doesn't lose the time.
I know,
okay,
but let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready for
3, 2,
whatever
1.
happens.
And I got to turn the USB cable around. Something is happening here. I'm going to turn
already
off.
Looks completely like nonsense.
I'm going to turn off the lights here. Mine is... Oh, it worked for a while.
It does something.
Yeah, it's just the power bank here is not... No, mine stopped working. Okay, let's unplug it and plug it back in. I unplugged it, plugged it back in. It's working. It's counting. Let's look at the LEDs here going around.
Mine does complete nonsense.
Mine seems actually to be working like it should.
I press a button, I get a beep. I'm not sure. And also the LEDs that are alight don't make any sense.
It says 23 degrees Celsius and the time is 15:18.
Mine is not happy.
Have we actually managed to... I managed to build something that worked and you didn't, Tobias?
That might be the case. So
I'm going to
not
say
sure
that
what I would have done wrong.
Almost. I have one LED that didn't light up to this point. Let's see. I have 59...
Mine is not doing anything. I have random LEDs on which don't make sense. See, let me switch off the light here. See,
I'm gonna
does that make any sense to you?
let me embiggen this. That does not make any sense at all, Tobias.
No, not really, does it?
I haven't pushed the buttons yet to see. Oh, I pushed the button now.
That looks.
It's in a different mode now when I push the button here. And I guess one of the red LEDs is soldered in the wrong position. Ooh, look at.
I think I could set the time here now.
Look at mine now. Look at this. Which button are you pressing, Tobias?
The left one, when you hold it so that you can see the display.
Oh, the left one is okay.
1997, 98. That doesn't make any sense. But it looks at least as if the chip is in the correct orientation. Otherwise,
yeah,
it would not drive the display at all, right?
Right. I'm going to switch to my face cam now. But I gotta say I'm relatively happy with the result thus far. So let's move on and switch to the face cam here. Let's see if I can get in frame and get my mic adjusted. And I forgot to mute my mic, so hope that is workable for you guys. But conclusion is, Tobias, I am better at building electronics than you are.
Yes, it looks like, does it? Okay. Well.
Oh, I was not expecting that result. I was expecting mine to release some smoke and.
I think what I will do is I will get the two sensors out again, because I don't really know if the good morning sensor and the RM sensor are in the right place. Yeah. And see what happens without them.
I have a working clock. This is actually pretty cool. It's kind of hard to read the LED. I got to say that, or the 7-segment display, because the LEDs are so incredibly bright around it.
Okay, so let's see what happens.
I'm happy. So let's put this aside, and I'm gonna actually pour myself.
Aha! Look at that. Without the sensors, it starts ticking.
Ooh. So was that the good morning sensor, or was that the RM sensor?
I took them both out at the moment. But we will see if I inserted the. Looks better than before.
It looks like a proper clock now.
Okay, there's one LED wrong.
Yeah, I have one LED in the wrong place and one wrong. I'm going to replace those at some point.
And there's definitely something wrong with the LED matrix, because it's not lighting up all the red LEDs. They should be on all the time, right?
Yeah. Or that depends on the mode, I think, if they are supposed to be on at all times or not. Let's see. Ooh, I have a disco light effect. Let's see. That was the wrong button. This is. I had it working.
Yeah, there's something really weird going on here.
Yeah. There are a lot of modes here. I have no idea how this thingy works. And there's no manual for these things. Mine's stuck in a disco mode on the time here now. Let's see if I cut power and put it back on. Yep, cutting the power and putting it back on seemed to reset it. And that's the mode I want to keep it on, with the seconds counting up like that.
Yeah, there's something definitely wrong here with the matrix. I definitely put the red LEDs in the correct place, but when it resets, it lights up 2 red ones and a few random blue ones, which are not at the 5, 6, 7, 8 hour mark. So I'm pretty sure that's not my fault, right?
Yeah. If you want to build one of these kits, I'd recommend you find a kit that is not the one that I and Tobias got.
Okay. Let's see.
I had LED legs in my glass.
Yeah. I drink to that.
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
I think one LED is not working here, and I think I will take that out. Maybe that ruins the. Maybe I put that in the wrong orientation, and it ruins the LED matrix power source syncing. I just have to wait for it to go round and identify it. So maybe I put one in the wrong orientation.
But I think I'm going to change my glasses so I can actually see the screen properly. I'm actually not sure which of. I've been using my distance glasses to look at my monitor. My reading glasses. No, my side monitor gets all skewed when doing that. Now I just got to adjust my eyes to the different set of glasses after wearing these for 2 hours. But I think this is it for now. I think we got some debugging stuff to do. But thank you guys for watching.
That was to be expected.
I honestly, I gotta say though, I wasn't expecting any of these to work when we were done with them. But amazingly,
it's doing something, but let's see.
Amazingly, it worked.
So after putting all the parts on, now I'm taking them all off again and see how it's improving the situation. I've already removed 3 parts. It's already looking much better.
But at least you have a manual showing something what happens when you press the buttons, though.
Ah, look at that. Now it looks pretty. That was it. That one LED taking it out. Now at least the rotary bit looks better, doesn't it?
Yeah. Steve comments, less is more. Steve?
I have plenty of replacement LEDs. Let's see. I'll just pick another blue one.
Yeah,
and
I don't think Steve has heard of Yngwie Malmsteen. How can less be more? How can one be more than two? More is more. And of course, I don't have that Swedish English accent to be able to make that sound cool. But I think we're going to call it quits now and see you guys on Sunday on the European Ham Radio Show. Thanks for sticking with us for this 2-hour stream.
Yeah, I think that the replacement LED will make it work, and then I just have to figure out where these two sensors go. And yeah, I think it's salvageable. It's almost there.
So yeah, we're gonna have 2 nice clocks.
Okay,
and,
so
on that note,
we go.
Happy New Year, folks. Best wishes for the new year. We'll see you on Sunday on the European Ham Radio Show. 73 all.
Bye. My issue was didn't have